Okay, so today, I guess playing Chaos Shuffle with the last of the dash slop killers that I feel I'm not great with. I've done Billy, I've done Blade, I've done Wesker. Those were the three main dash killers that I felt I was not as experienced with, relatively speaking. And after them, well, it would be Chucky. I think the other, five dash killers I feel much more confident in. Relatively speaking, I wish that there wasn't a freaking event queue. We've had event queues like non-stop for the past like 3-4 months. It was Chaos Shuffle into Blood Moon into Chaos Shuffle into 2v8 into Chaos Shuffle. There's been literally like 10 days total worth of non-event queues, meaning and because Ghoul released and essentially made his own, may as well have divided the queues personally. It was the equivalent of adding a whole extra queue. Matches take way too long, is the point. I wish they would just let up. I wish that they hadn't added the second and third Chaos Shuffle. And honestly, I feel the same about the 2v8. I want to play my video game, and they're making it really difficult. And Springtrap's gonna come out in a couple of weeks. I don't know exactly when, but he's similarly to Ghoul. He's going to be like his own extra queue, and queues are gonna be long again. And then I don't know. I really feel like it would have been better if they didn't add the extra freaking Chaos Shuffle. Or the other one. I get, Blood Moon event, that happens every year. That one's kind of avoidable. 2v8, everybody else likes. I'm not a big fan of it personally. I don't think that 2v8 is the most engaging. And, like, on either side. I honestly think I prefer Survivor in 2v8 compared to Killer. I think a lot of that has to do with perks, killer perks not really being a thing in 2v8. It feels like there's a lot less diversity in what's capable of happening, combined with the fact that, not having a person to play with. What? Oh, come on, really? Are the queues this bad? Am I literally going to be able to play DBD? But Survivor, because Survivor was, they replaced the perks with, I think, things that are stronger than normal. It was very rare to get full value out of certain roles. Like, I think the most fun one was, Scout? The one where you could rebuild pallets and spot the killer. I think that was the most enjoyable one. But Healer is also fun. What was it? The Gen Jockey one was fun like 2 times. It was fun the 2 times where I got 3 other Gen Jockeys to play with me and we just instantly popped gens. But that was so rare because most survivors are like splitting up on gens in 2v8. So you don't really get the full value of the Gen Jockey one. And I just didn't like the, whatever the 4th one is, the Windows of Opportunity class. So I'm not a fan of it. Other people are, whatever. I have to take the L on that one, unfortunate. But like, Chaos Shuffle just seems to be like the new normal DVD in that it's always around when other things aren't happening. So, in the past you would have event queues that were incorporated into normal DVD, Snowball, Snowman events, I think were part of normal queues. And then you'd go back to normal DVD. And now it's Blood Moon is a separate queue. And then you go back to normal DVD, which is Chaos Shuffle separate queue. And it's like, God, come on. Let me play my video game. Please. Just once. And Springtrap's coming out. I don't have the fucking Auric cells for him. I'm considering getting him even then, just because he's such a popular killer that playing as him, maybe. maybe more people will be interested in seeing him and just taking the L on having the cells to buy cosmetics. Just never get the Rift Pass for like a year. It's very sad straits I find myself in with my what are we on? My 5-minute queue that hasn't gotten me anywhere. Am I gonna have to play Survivor? I don't want to play Survivor. I just want to play DBD, man. Ugh. It's just it's not right. Queues should not take 5 minutes. They really shouldn't take more than 1 or 2 minutes. Back in my day, when I first started playing DVD, because Survivor was stupid broken, queues were always instant, and I got to live in that peak world where queues literally I would click the ready button and already be in a match by the time the sound effect was ending. Because fucking Boone Circle of Healing, original Boone Circle of Healing made life pain, and Old Haddonfield, and all of the terrible things that I'm glad they removed, but damn do I miss those queues. Dead Hard, old Dead Hard, everything was terrible back then, but except for the queues. The queues were the one golden aspect. There's no events. I would be so fine with them removing events at this point. I feel like events are like the monkey's paw that got made with the community. In exchange for 2v8, we have to deal with Chaos Shuffle constantly being enabled and ruining queues. And instead of them making, you know, Blood Moon event part of normal queues, so it's stabilized a little bit more, they get more unbalanced, so they decide to make it a separate queue. Oh my god, finally. It only took 7 whole goddamn minutes. Fuck me, man. Ridiculous. 7 minutes. Oh man, this is gonna suck. I checked and like normal queues are pretty much as long as Chaos Shuffle queues. And between the two is like, I'd rather play like Chaos Shuffle so there's literally no stakes. That's the thing that's always in my mind. In normal queues, I'm like, oh, well, I can pick my perks, so I'm supposed to try. In Chaos Shuffle, it's like, well, this shit does not matter at all. It's not real, so I may as well just screw around and try and get cool, funny power hits and learn the character rather than trying to win. And yeah, Chucky is probably fire. Blech. Chucky is probably my favorite of the Dash killers, just because he feels the most punished and the most countering. Like I find him to be one of the more fun ones to play against, or one of the more counterable ones to play against, which makes him more satisfying to play as. Because, you know, when you play as Blight, I mean, fuck, man, how do you? It's so when you screw up, the punishment is so light, and your power is so strong, and you have infinite power, fucking for map traversal and chase and yada yada yada. Chucky really doesn't. He has a bit of stealth, which comes at the expense of using your power properly to its full effect, and he has one singular dash, and that's it. Well, Fast Vault, Pain Res, maybe All Shaking Thunder will come into play once or twice. There's one. Oh, she's taking hit. Well, I will take my... That was way closer than it really had any right to be. Okay, where are we going? Into... Not stopping there. Well, I have All Shaking Thunder. I basically have 2 All Shaking Thunders with dash and... Damn it, I tried to get in. Other Sable's already healed. Is it? Hmm. It takes so long to catch up as Chucky. Yeah, you never make that. I feel like I spent more time catching up than in chase. These are really bad fucking pain reses. She go left? Probably, yeah. It's kind of annoying because there's so many ways to break line of sight. Really? Really? She drops this. No. SM 110? Are you? I feel like I got auto-aimed there, I'll be honest. I don't know why you did not drop that one. She goes straight. I want to stop. Oh. I guess I didn't realize when the unhook happened. They did not go the way I thought they did. Fortunately, Nicolas Cage was not paying attention. Any good pain reses? Nope. God. What the fuck? That was weird. They're healing down there. Maybe they run into me? They were right here. No. That was a waste of time. How did they even get past me? Were they on that side? Maybe they're working on that gen.
Let's keep it on the down.
Not working on that gen. Yeah, this gen. I know Nicolas Cage is also here. I never make that. He was not really paying attention. He should have been like immediately next to the... Immediately next to the pal instead of camping from like a foot away. Now I have two hooks that I can pretty much proxy camp together. I feel like this has not been a very good showcase of Chucky's power. It's basically just been a glorified coup. Yeah, I mean, I can pretty much just... Oh, no, wait, you can go the far way. Oh, she went right instead of left. Interesting. Nobody should be here for the palisade. They're all up there resetting. She's gonna drop. I don't know if the friends will drop. Okay. Cyril Sable is the one that still has a pain resolute left in her. They are, in fact, resetting right there. Never mind, they're resetting over here. I think this is long enough to reach. Not even close. Oh, this is almost finished. Wait, where were they resetting? They weren't there. Just holding W. What the fuck? I had fucking all Shaking Thunder. What was that? What was that lunge? Why was this so low? Didn't I have all Shaking? Was it on cooldown? Did I misread the thing? I think I misread it. And they went for distance. This is the part of Chucky I hate playing as. The 10-minute walk-ups. Being 110 just fucking sucks. It's kind of like Clown, but worse. Okay, all Shaking Thunder's up. Okay. Well, that's her on Death Hook. Everybody but this Sable's on Death Hook, is that right? Hmm. Or Strut. God Palette. Maybe Ellen may also not be on Death Hook, I'm not certain. You camping this palette? No. Oh, that confused the hell out of me. She doubled back. That's annoying. She's going to body block with BT. Wow. That's very unfortunate. Am I following the BT and not the Nicolas Cage? How did Nicholas make that much distance? He had nothing to his name. Well, he literally ran into me. I completely misread what the fuck was happening. No! Nicholas may actually get out. No. Nobody was here. If they had actually opened this one, then they would be. Ugh. He drops it without even thinking. That was a Chucky thing. Yeah, I mean, my one kill and everybody else gets out. I feel like I didn't really play very badly. It's just that being 110 takes 3 hours to catch up. Combined with, you know, not having very much slowdown. Pain Res is really... I feel like Pain Res is way overrated for what it is. Because having to spread 4 hooks, if you're doing that, like, it's... You're probably already in trouble. The only reason that Pain Res is so good is because you get to use it after you've killed somebody. So you, like, tunnel somebody out with your other freaking... Your other slowdown, use, like, Eruption and Pop as you tunnel somebody. And then when it's down to 3 people, you Pain Res the extra gens. That's, like, what Pain Res is best for. Which is stupid, because it's supposed to be about spreading hooks, but in practically speaking, you just don't have time to do that. Against, you know, good survivors. Against bad survivors, then... I mean, Clown wins games. So, if you have, you know... If you have bad survivors, you can get downs basically instantly in chase in the same way that Clown does. And then it really doesn't matter what perks you have. But against survivors who are, you know, spreading out properly and making good decisions, Pain Res is just not enough. Honestly, I'm disappointed by All Shaking Thunder. I had multiple opportunities to use it, and it just never happened. I'm close. I'm close to halfway on getting Sadako to the big, you know, P100. I'm 42 out of 100. I mean, it's a lot closer. Even though I've only been prestiging her for the past month or so. At least, like, seriously prestiging her. I guess I already had her at Prestige. Actually, I had her at Prestige 20, didn't I, when I started going for P100 on her? Oh, a month and I only got 20 more levels? That's kind of crazy. I guess I've been a little bit off of DBD. What with the infinite... Well, I mean, what with what I mentioned, with so many spread queues, it has definitely hindered my desire to play. Because I'll be like, oh, I would love to play DBD, but there's a 10-minute waiting fee every time that I want to do that now. And it's aside having an actual good match. The thing is, with fast queues, if you have a bad match, it was 7 minutes. You know, not that big of a deal. But now it's doubling the effective time of a match because I sit there doing nothing and then I have a bad match. It's like, really? It's like 20 minutes of my life I'm losing per bad match as opposed to just 7. I wish I could think of something interesting to do with Eerie videotapes. I feel like there really isn't much. Because, I mean, like, if you're going to do a build, it would obviously have to be Eerie tape plus fingernails. So you like teleport to the same TV over and over again mid-chase or something. Maybe you do like coup with it. That's like my best guess. But even then, it's just so bad. It's just so bad. Because giving up all of the slowdown, even if it made her have like instant TPs, it would just be, it's just not having the slowdown, not having the fast condemn kill is such a bad trade-off for her. I'm really quite happy that they haven't touched the fingernail. I know when they've like initially buffed it, it seemed like a lot of people were expecting it to get nerfed. I'm glad that they haven't touched it. I think Sadako's in a really quite a good place, which I'm happy about, because she had a tumultuous tumultuous time. The entire, I mean, pretty much all of her lifespan, she's been notably problematic, and now she's like not really problematic aside from against new players. But to be fair, damn near every killer in this game is problematic for new players. New players don't know that you need to go out of your way to disarm traps. They don't know you need to split up. They don't know. There's so many things that the game does not teach new players that are so vital to basically every killer's gameplay alongside individual killer's gameplay. And even like mid-range survivors sometimes don't know these things. And then you find weird parts where you have like good survivors that are like good in general, that know the general counterplay, but then there's specific killers that doesn't work against. Like splitting up versus twins is sort of weird, where sometimes you want to be together, that way you can have like a healthy person to like take Victor, or to make sure everybody's healed. So it's good to be together to have somebody there to heal, but sometimes not. Midwich. I wish I was just playing a normal stealth killer instead of a dash stealth killer. Ooh, lethal, my favorite. Yes. Okay, wait. I probably should have gone straight through. 2 people here. There's one over there, one going that way. These people know I'm coming for them, so there's no point in trying to stealth up to them. I'm hoping that they just hide. Really? I thought I saw them going here. Huh? Locker? Ah, man. Because they were walking, they kind of made that much distance. Oh yeah, well the person on that gen is hopefully getting grabbed. What the they left? Why did they leave this gen? Wow. Actually negative lethal value. I got baited by lethal. That's the worst thing. Yeah, I mean, they know I'm coming from here. How is this gen at 50%? I literally went directly to their spawns. Actually, it's at like 80%. I don't even... Yeah, she's gonna duck into that hallway? No. I don't really know the distance on Chucky's M2. Well... Ah. Oh my god. This is actually awful. Please return to this gen. Oh, they did return to the gen. I probably should have M2'd them for a slightly higher cooldown recovery, whatever. Oh, works for being short little guy. Got me that down. It only cost me 2 gens to get 1 down. What the... What the fuck is that bug? What? Why is this a thing? Why does the game go to fucking to Chuck's Grundle when when kicking things? Since when has this been a bug? Why has nobody told me about it? It's quite disorienting. There we go. Yeah, I mean 3 gens for 2 hooks. Like, if they don't tunnel, then there's no game to be played. Oh my god, how is this gen also almost done? They're all almost done. Also, why didn't that one bug me out? Ugh. I kind of don't like indoor maps for Chucky, honestly. They make it a lot more difficult to do dash killer things. Right. Well, I'm going to go harass them and hopefully convince them to run into me. I don't think it worked. Yep. Injured person taking hits for the death of person.
Hey, pal, slow down.
Yeah. They're gonna path towards the God Palette. It doesn't matter. Being 110 really just does not help me. They have Horsey perk. What's it called? The Kate Denson. One that gets rid of Scratch Max on Val. It doesn't matter. I fucked it up. I don't really have time I don't have time to chase at the end of the day. That gen's probably gonna pop any second now, so. Huh. Well, stomp the boon. I guess kick this with oppression. That tells me where they are over here. And... how do they know where I'm coming from? Like, it's Midwich. They have no lines of sights on me. But they keep going in the opposite direction of where I am. I don't get it. I guess I kick this. It's at next to nothing. I have a bad feeling that I'm about to be in a long-ass game. I wish they didn't change it to make it so 10 minutes. How is this at 70%? Somebody tell me how the fuck that's at 70%. I literally was just here seconds ago. There are 2 people on this gen, not 3, 2. How? Genuinely, like, is it toolboxes? Good in theory. I feel like it bugged out.
Don't be a chicken.
The third person really fucks me up. God damn it. I have to abandon her. Never mind. She's healing right where I left her, I'm sure. Nope. I don't get it. Do I have any way to stop and unhook? Basement's on the opposite side. This is as good as I get. I sit over here, I block this door, and I wait an infinite amount of time because unfortunately the game does not, well, yeah, I mean, potentially an infinite amount of time. The game does not put a timer until survivors decide that they want to do something. There's technically, you know, 140 seconds on this hook, but like, they can trade 1, 2, 3, 4. There's still 5 stages that I have to go through before I actually get a kill. Don't get it. There's no way I get David. Honestly, I don't think there's any way I get anybody. Unless they fuck up, like they just did. Oh, this is a god... I forgot that this pallet was here. Wow, this sucks. She has a medkit to heal herself and a god pallet to make this torture. There's not really any winning for me. What the... Does she have life? Why did her scratch marks disappear? Okay, what the hell happened with the gens? What, was there a toolbox? No. I mean... Oh, stakeout. Yeah, that would do it. And, I mean... friendly competition didn't. No, Neo was no. It was stakeout, I guess. I mean, that gen literally went from nothing to finished. I was gone for like a few seconds. I've done one Chucky thing so far. The 110 is really being just the worst. It takes so goddamn long to catch up to somebody. I see them fucking a mile away in the distance. I'm just like, well, I'll catch them in, 40 seconds. And then I'll use my power and maybe down them. Sort of a 50-50 with how bad I am at using his power. Which makes the 110 thing even worse, because I miss the power, then fuck. That's basically the game. If I miss the power like 2 or 3 times with the 110, there's not really any way for me to win from there. Especially if it happens in an early chase. Because the early chase is the most important thing. I know how to do like the super flicks with Chucky. They're pretty simple. You just look the opposite way. You look into where you want to flick before you start your dash, and then you look out and then back in. But they haven't really been helping me that much. I keep hitting walls with them. I don't know if that would be a problem on outdoor maps. I wonder. I'm specifically getting kneecapped. My playstyle is getting kneecapped by the fact that I'm keep getting indoor maps. Because I'm trying to adapt with the indoor map using his control for stealth a little bit, and it just isn't working. They just know where I'm coming from. I don't understand if they started leaving like when I'm 16 or 8 meters, because you can hear Chucky's like his actual talking and like laughing at that point. But I didn't even see scratch marks. They were just gone on the opposite side of the map by the time I got to where they were. I'm excited for them to change map offerings so I can put down fucking good maps. Just always have a map offering up and have 1/5 of my games be on a map I actually care about. Because I think my biggest issue, there are a lot of issues with map offerings. Obviously, them forcing you to go to the same kind of map over and over again, them always bringing you to a super survivor sided or super killer sided map. But my biggest issue is the ability to make a build centered around a map. And when you make it so there's only a chance that you get a map, it sort of circumnavigates that issue. Because, if I am frickin' Sadako, or Nurse, if I'm Nurse, and I bring you to the game, and I put on 4 aura perks, or, 3 aura perks and, like, Eruption, you're fucked. But, like, the only reason you can really do that to such an extent is because you're on the game. If you go to, like, Father Campbell's Church or whatever, one of the really big maps, the aura perks just don't help you as much as they do on the game. You can't put on, like, Darkness Revealed on maps other than the game in Midwich. Like, every other map, Darkness Revealed is mid to bad. And so, when you make it so it's only 1/5 of the time, then it's like, you could gamble that it's the 20% chance. But more likely than not, what you're going to do is bring a general build that can take on any map, because 80% of the time you're not going to the map you're going to. And just, that 20% you happen to get a map that you actually like. Now, granted, you're still going to have the problem of, Nurse on Midwich or Nurse on the game, even without aura perks, is pretty goddamn rough. But, like, at least it won't be autopilot, I guess is what I'm saying. Because you can equip perks and items and stuff for a map and make the game basically a one-player game. And that's a lot less doable when you have random chances the majority of the time. And every time Chaos Shuffle comes around, it emphasizes how different the game plays with depending on your perks. I did a little thing off stream comparing. I mean, I've done an experiment a couple of times where I compared different types of perks to each other, like, you know, chase perks versus aura perks versus gen regression. And slowdown is, when you stack slowdown, it's generally the best. I would say you should always bring like one chase perk, unless you have a really, really strong power, like obviously Nurse or Blight or something. Maybe you don't really need the chase perk. But if you're playing with the more mid-tier characters, like Huntress even, I would say bring a chase perk. I think Coup on Huntress is a little bit crazy, because nobody's ever expecting it, so nobody paths correctly for a 110 to suddenly become a 70% lunge range, or extra lunge range. I would unironically recommend Coup on Huntress to most people. I think a lot of the time, one chase perk should be brought by people more often. But the sad part is that bringing 3 gen perks is just so much stronger than bringing just about any other combination. Because if you have Pop and Eruption and Pain Res, I guess, I can't think of a third gen perk that stacks with them better than Pain Res. It's so night and day compared to if you bring, you know, Pop, a chase perk, and 2 info perks. Like, you may as well be playing a different game. Because it is just not practical. Hello. It's not practical to play a game with that many gens on it. I don't know. Do you have balanced? What are you doing here? Think I can get a hit on the Yun Gen? I have no idea where they went. So I'll just take this. Okay. There's the thing. Balanced? Ooh, you kind of... That was incredibly bad pathing. Pathed directly into me. Was that not Yun Jin that dropped? Was that actually Nicolas Cage? Oh, thank goodness, basement. I was gonna say, there's no hooks here. Do you think it's worth doing this? Okay, well, clearly not. I meant if I actually got that frickin' window vault, which was the entire point of what I was doing. Okay, they're over there. Hoping to sneak up on them and get the free down. Oh my god, what the I couldn't turn right to... Oh, you fucking annoy the hell out of me. I'm done. I'm tunneling now. That's it. That's it. Damn it. I do have coup. Being 110 doesn't really help me. Never mind. That's fine. Yeah, no. This person is dead. We were all cool until Yunjin teabagged, and now, gens weren't going fast, people had trouble in chases. I was fine to play a slow game. Still have 1 coup left. There's no way to get that hit, is there? If they do that, that's just free, right? That's something that confuses me about Chucky. I feel like there's always something you can do to counter them hopping the window. I wish I had, like, a good Chucky to tell me if that's correct, or if there's something I'm missing. That's Nicolas Cage. Just leave her, Nicholas will run into me. Oh, he ran into me even more than I thought. Yeah, I don't care. Yep. Yep. It's a whole team. Coo! Fuck you! Ugh. I wish I had thwack here. Think it's a 4-man, or do you think 4 solo players happens to all be toxic? Okay, Nicolas Cage is next up on the tunnel list. It's the only other one with hooks. Here's all 3 of them. Oh, fuck me, I wanted to go into the fucking pallet. Nicholas is definitely also a pretty weak link. I'm very glad I didn't eat a purple styptic right there, because that definitely could have happened. Yep. Not gonna have any time to M1. They're both very far away from the actual hook.
Let's play hook.
There are the scratch marks. Did they double back or did they just go far away? Okay, here she is, way over from Shaq. Yeah, they're being very inefficient on gens. Okay, perfect. Now I just need to wait 10 seconds and Nicholas is done. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Honestly, I ended that early because I just wanted to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Give it a little bit extra. Now. Yeah, I'm not eating your styptic. No DS? Good.
Let's get you up.
The Chaos Gods are kind to me on this day.
That was easy.
Yep, right here. They went around the back. I saw them in the window. Ah, That was almost a good Chucky thing. This gen is honestly quite finished. I feel like it might be better in my interest to try and slug to get Ace Tree as they rotate. But I don't see any scratch marks. If I saw scratch marks, I would definitely slug to get her. This is pretty awkward. So I don't really know anything about the remaining 2 gens. They could be 99 for all I know. Is that real or is that a pebble? I feel like it's a pebble, because why would you give me that information? Where's the crow perk when I... No, it wasn't. They just screwed up his skill check. Really? I'm very surprised. I'm just gonna run this like a 110 killer, yeah. Well, if it spawns at Shack, this is going to be my only chance to get them. I'm just trying to cut ahead of them. Damn. That's a shame. There was no stopping that. Yeah, it was a styptic on Nicolas Cage. Oh, this is... I thought I got 2 boon perks, but no, oversold. It's not exactly not a boon perk, but it's definitely not a boon perk. It's not actually a boon perk. It stacks with boon perks, it's not actually a boon perk. The main thing, I wish I understood better how to use scampers. I feel like that's one of my biggest weaknesses, is I just don't know what good scampers look like, or like when to implement them. Because I feel like my scamper on the Yoon Jin in the 4 lane was good, but it amounted to nothing. And I'm half of me is like, oh, if I did it better, maybe it would have done something. But the other half of me is like, I don't know. By the time I got to her after the scamper, she was already in the middle of the second 4 lane. So I'm not certain if I would have been physically capable of flicking my camera in the middle of that 4 lane without hitting a wall. Even how many times I keep hitting walls when I'm flicking. My intention is never to hit the wall. I'm just trying to flick, and the game is like, nah. Your hitbox is like within 30 meters of a wall. Let's go ahead and smack you into it. Stop your dash. Honestly, I'm surprised that I did so many Survivor milestones. I'm very surprised that I got to like this far out of the ones. I pretty much just like logged in and did Survivor dailies, and I did this. It shows you a pretty embarrassing escape rate with 47 escapes, and I'm already done with the 100 trials. I finished the 100 trials when I had like 20 escapes. My escape rate is terrible because I pretty much am always going back in for trades to try and get the last person out. I'm very... I don't really care about surviving the match that much. I care more about like the team as a whole, how many we get out total, as opposed to my personal performance. And then I'll trade myself 1-for-1 for somebody else just because it's more killer interaction instead of just walking out. It's also a little bit surprising that I haven't completed the killer milestone, but again, just haven't been playing that much DVD with the fucking infinity long queues. Although it is a little bit strange to me that they're very definitively like 2 milestones above everything else. Because I think when I had the escape milestone and when I had the kill milestone, when I finished every other milestone, I was at like step 7 or something of escape and step 7 of something for kill. When I finished all of the hook survivors, break gens. I feel like they didn't quite balance them properly. Is what is hook 275 survivors. So 135 survivors. You multiply that by what, 3 per survivor to get a kill. So that's 405. So it's 405 hooks to get 135 kills. Is that right? 3, 15, 3 times 9, 105, yeah. So this hook, in order to get this many kills, aside from, I guess, Mori's, which maybe they're factoring in, there's 130 extra hooks that this step doesn't account for. I'm only step 9 out of 10. So I feel like they definitely miscalculated how many steps of the hook stages. Now, I'd rather them be on the lower side than them miscalculating, although I guess what I mean is I wish that the kill survivors was lower to be accurate with the hooks. Or that they just had more than 10 steps. I would be fine either way. If they just made these so that they're like infinite, like milestones are infinitely gettable, and just every level increases the cap by like, I don't know, like 10 for kills and 30 for hooks or something like that. Like 10 extra escapes. 100 trials. 100 trials. Honestly, I feel like they could have made the complete trials a little bit higher. I get they don't want to straight up double it since most people have a bias towards a specific role. But they could have made it like, you know, I don't know, slightly higher. Because 135, maybe I'm overestimating how much, or underestimating how many kills you get per trial. If I'm thinking about 135. Nah, it's like at least 2. No, wait. No, I'm right. There should be more. Because it's weird. There's a bunch of these numbers that I think this is the first iteration of their milestones, I guess, so maybe they'll tune it better with the next release, the next tome or whatever. I'm hoping I would personally make the milestones just infinite. That way there's always something to work towards a little bit. Sort of like what they did with the archive, where the very last, what's-a-maphisit? The last tier is infinite blood points tier. And how far? There's like 115 tiers, I think, and I'm at 90. There's still a chunk left, and still I completed all the milestones except for 2, which are separate.
Chucky, you're
It's probably going to be a hot minute before I get there. I got 3 Scourge Hook perks? What the hell? Oh. I thought there was a person on that gen. People over here, they're pretty... Really? Ugh. Bro, why does Chucky have to recover so much after... Wow, that was very good. Why does he have to recover so much after a dash? He has like higher recovery than Blight, and Blight's 115. What the hell? Nerf Blight, please. Delete him from the game, actually. She's going for that door, I can tell. God fucking damn it, how did I get stuck on the doorway? What the? Okay, Chucky bug. Great, love to see it. I don't fucking understand why it didn't work. I wasn't going to get the hit, but it's just annoying that it just stole my entire power. No, he went W. It looks like he was looping around. And I'm back on this tile.
I don't have time for this shit.
God, being 110 feels terrible.
Where the hell are you going?
He's gonna try and go around. Oh my God! I fucking... that mind game would work if I wasn't 110. Fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. I literally perfectly called out what he was doing, but it didn't matter because I was 110. He's not gonna... Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is already a lost game, pretty much. No good perks, combined with the fact that it's Ormond. And I'm bad with Chucky. Really just a lot of bad happening. God, I fucking... Ugh. Whatever. I don't understand his range. Like, how is that not a hit? What the f... Oh my... Okay. I don't know why I'm pretending like there's anything I can do. This sucks. I feel like every single one of my power uses has been negative for me. Like I would just be better off not using my power and just playing a shitty M1 killer. Well, Dwight is now slightly slower at gens, which is not really that helpful to me. Back to this tile. They have any means necessary. Well, she played that really badly. Is it even worth spending the time bringing them to the Scourge Hook? Probably, since they're healing under the Scourge Hook, probably. The Mangled combined with the gen speed reduction. Is that Boon Circle of Healing? It didn't seem like they healed 100% faster. I don't think it was Boon Circle of Healing. There we go. Okay, so this is the one with... What's it called? Any means. Would love to cut him off from Shaq, but that's... No. Not much I can do. Oh yeah, I mean, genuinely. Power usage, terrible. Just fucking, like, moonwalking somehow gets me down, like, every time. It's depressing. I feel bad using his power. Like, it's negatively impactful. That's one of my least favorite things, is when using powers makes me feel like I'm playing the game worse. And yeah, it's because I'm bad at them, but that doesn't, like, make it feel better. I mean, at that point, I'm going to tunnel him. I feel like it should bend more than that. Yeah, I mean, again, use my power, get punished. God fucking damn it, I get stuck on the rock. I just don't want him to get to Shaq. That's my main priority. Did he use a syringe? I think he used a syringe. Well, it didn't matter. No DS, please. Thank you. Those two people have... Okay, walk into me, walk into me, walk into me, walk into me. There we go. Good enough. That'll work. One gen left, and if they split on gens, then this will finish in like a couple of seconds. But if they didn't... I did not get like any furtive chase value. Oh no, they did split on gens. God, I just... Fuck me. This is the worst scenario. This gen's 99 and... Never mind, she kind of made a mistake going the wrong way. Life. There we go, something. She vaults it? No. I don't know, they had already faked it a couple of times. I tried to go under the fucking pallet, goddamn you, Chucky. I just, perfect example. Tried to use my power, negatively impacted me. Hi, come on, man! Trying so goddamn hard to get any value and it's just not working. And I don't really have a good hook to stick by this gen and defender. I wish there was one in that corner, then I would actually have a chance at winning. Without it, it's like, eh. They unhook directly in front of me, maybe I can do something, but that's a pretty big maybe. I don't think I've hooked you yet, so going after you is not very beneficial to me. Have they all just been pre-dropping? If I want to win, then I need to tunnel her. And prevent her from doing the gen properly. I see her scratch marks. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, I guess that's just how KO Shuffle is. If you want to win, you tunnel. That's what slowdown perks give you the grace of, is that you don't have to tunnel if you want to win. It's still pretty rough. They may still get a 2-man out here. I want to trick somebody into going back for this gen in front of me. I don't think it's gonna happen. This gen's at almost nothing. They maybe have been working on this gen that whole time, and it could pop like right as I get here. Nope, it's at nothing. Well, I guess we'll be in for a drawn-out endgame. Kick the gen. Where are these scratch marks? They're right here, right? Nope. The scratch marks immediately end, so I have to very carefully look over every single possible hiding place. There we go. There's no way I make this. It's not even close. I really hate this tile, man. Oh, they went that way. Wow, this tile is freaking connected into a different one. There we go. That was a Chucky thing. Once every, like, 10 dashes.
Where'd you go? Come on. I don't bite.
Ah, that's so annoying. I think I should have been able to hit her, and I just... Well, she screwed up.
Play fair.
I think I should have been able to hit her with that M2. And then I just... It was too sensitive, so it banged me into the wall. Very unfortunate. That gen's at nothing, this gen's at basically nothing. Well, that gen's at 50, but like it's not touched. Is this gen touched?
The good guy.
Nope.
Always.
Oh wait, this gen is touched. So they will probably be like right here. Somewhere around here. Every time the hatch sound happens, I feel like I hear it open, but then I don't actually hear, yeah, the woo sound. I swear, it sounded like it opened behind the shack, but that's just not a place it can occur, so. What do we got? I kind of hate that they made that bubble last for 10 seconds. It makes it so much more difficult to see if somebody's on the switch. And it rarely matters, it's just aggravating more than anything. I think these gates are probably too close for them to get at anything. They're like right next to each other. Is there a better way to check on this gate? Not really. Oh, there she is. God fucking damn it, I'm so bad at Chucky. How have I not improved literally at all after 4 games of Chucky? I tried hard to delay it. And she disappeared. She ran back into me? She did. Yeah, I mean, you're not making it. You're just gonna die to endgame collapse. I feel like Chucky's a really annoying character to play if you don't main him with the third-person camera and the M1. What is it? The third-person camera and the 110. That's what I was thinking. I don't know why I said M1. There's 2 different things that give him a very inherently different feel from other killers that are really big strengths when you actually main him, but are horribly detrimental when you're not used to him. I think that was a syringe that I called out earlier, like forever ago. I don't know. I kind of want to play one more match and then end stream there. And Chucky has not been kind to me. But is anybody gonna be kind to me? I really have not been playing very much DVD, so I'm kind of rusty. In addition to just sort of doubles up making me bad at Chucky. I'm bad at Chucky in the first place, and also I'm rusty. Eh, fuck it. I'll play one more match of Chucky and probably in there. I have done 2 Chucky things today. Which is not as much as I wish. It's funny, I think the first match had a good Chucky moment, and that match had a good Chucky moment. You'd think they would be happening more often as the matches go on, but no. They're just like RNG based. Basically, I'm rolling a gotcha each time I want to do something cool. Because I'm attempting them like every match multiple times, and I just keep fucking them up. Or maybe like I don't even know. I've done 2 good scampers, and I'm good is with an asterisk, because I don't know if they're inherently good, or if it's just, you know, survivors screwed up, which made them good. Which is always a possibility. To be fair, it's somewhat always a possibility, no matter what you're doing, but you know, there's almost always something a survivor can do to avoid a hit, with the exception of like bloodlust. Bloodlusting somebody at a weak pallet with nothing around, or like dead zones. But other than that, there's almost something a survivor could have done to dodge a hit. It's pretty much correct. I guess super weak pallets, maybe you don't necessarily need the bloodlust. Is that even true? Yeah, there are probably a couple of super weak pallets that you don't need the bloodlust, just the lunge range. It's just about the practicality of like how likely a survivor is going to be able to dodge something. Because like, does Blight see you in front of him? I mean, technically speaking, you could perfectly dodge it and bait him into doing something incorrectly. But practically speaking, yeah, you're gonna get hit. Sort of similar with Huntress, although it's a little bit easier with her since she can't flick and change the angle of her hatchet like 90 degrees to the left or right depending on how you touch. I mean, that's basically what Blight does. Is he's a Huntress hatchet that can flick and turn in the middle of that hatchet arc. So like when dodging a Huntress hatchet, it's like a maybe a 50-50 as to dodging it, because of the fact that, you know, once it's let go, you can't change it and react to anything. But Blight, you can do that. So there's not really a practical way of dodging it when you're in the open. It's a 99-1 that the 1% chance is the Blight doesn't know how to play Blight. Chucky is so much more difficult to get hits with than Blight, which feels wrong. It feels so wrong, given that that's basically. I mean, I guess the other half is the check spots, but basically his whole power is a singular lethal Blight dash, and it's so much easier to get hit with Blight than Chucky. Because the stealth it's I don't know. I mean, I think it's gotten me 1 hit out of all like 5 or 6 games I've played. Like really? I think it really has been that bad. Hmm. Anyway. Slicing dice. Oh, missing decreases the. I've been missing a lot. I'm probably getting more value out of decreasing my missing cooldown than my hitting cooldown. Give me rat poison, actually. Maybe, would that help? No, honestly, I don't think it would. Man, none of these things I think are going to help me very much, honestly. 8% cooldown on miss doesn't really matter, because missing is saving, what, like 0.3, 0.2 seconds. It's not like I'm mashing that control button every time that I miss. I'm not immediately wanting to get into it the literal millisecond it comes off cooldown. I'm generally trying to sort of, what's it called, corral them into an area where my slice and dice might be effective. Azerovs. Which one is this one? I think this is the bad one. Yeah, I don't like this one. I don't like most of Azerov's just because of how many times they get brought here by the key, by Tuxedo Aces. This is one that especially annoys me because the main draw to it is 3-genning. And if you don't 3-gen, it's pretty ass for you as killer. Damn, she did not fall for it. I guess I should have just gone after her. I really don't want to fucking chase in Shack. Where? Where did you people fucking go? How do you just disappear? I don't get it. Genuinely, oh my fucking god, the only place anybody could be is Shack. And they're not here. I miss info perks. I miss fucking. I just miss perks. I miss all of the good perks. Info perks, slowdown perks, chase perks. I mean, I guess to be fair, I technically have those, but they're all of the bad ones. Yeah, that's 3 gens at 90% before my first down. And probably a 4th that I'm not aware of is going to pop. How was that? How? Can actually anybody explain that one to me? How was that? What? What the what the fuck? What was that entire sequence? How did the M1 not get her? How did my M2 miss? I need an explanation. Genuinely, what the fuck? I need pain res to fucking hit that gen, I guess. Okay, so the yellow gen is covered in a thing. Literally where? Actually, where did they go? I don't understand. They were on here moments ago. I know they were here like 5 seconds before I arrived because of thrilling tremors, but whatever. And I don't find the unhooker, I find the one that I've already used pain res on. Oh, it was a double vault. Well, there's 3, so... Drops this immediately. Nope. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I could have done. Oh my god, what the fuck are with these two? She's literally just camping pallets. What do I do? Good Chucky players, please tell me what the fuck do I do? That, I guess. Not really anything good here. How? Oh, wait. Oh. I thought I had the good... Oh. I thought I had the good Houndmaster gen perk, but no. I mean, why even bother? I thought I had the Scourge Hook Houndmaster perk, but no, I've got the Healing Houndmaster perk, which is... It's terrible. I feel like she came from there because Jill was there. I feel like there's no reason you would ever come... There you are. Yep. Thank you, Ellen, for directing me to my Jill. I think if she just played normally, I kind of would have been screwed. Because I'm so close to losing. That gen is undefendable, and this gen is about to pop. Yep. Yeah, there's no way. What do I do against people camping pallets as Chucky? Is there anything that can be done? Yep. Oh well, I'll get my 2K. Do I have basement? I do. Yeah. Somebody had an invocation perk. Hmm. I just want just want it to be over. Okay. Because there's really no way that they get her. They have to come in via that window, which is such a long way away. It's I don't know what you're. Why are you why are you even coming over here? If you're not going to be capable of getting her out without opening that gate. There's literally no reason for you to be. Yeah. Like you should at least open that gate if you're gonna try.
Let's play the
Yeah, there's no way. Nah. Maybe if I could get in front of them and hog the switch, but not really.
We're having fun over here. You're mine.
Oh well. Yeah, I feel like I didn't learn anything about how to play. What? Oh. They were led. They were mad because the Ellen screwed up the plot twist. Yeah, I feel like I didn't learn anything about how to play Chucky. I don't know. There have been two individual times where I've been good at Chucky, and they're not right now. I don't know. My brain is just maybe it's just Dash Killer hating. It's making it impossible for me to have fun because God, it just doesn't feel fun. I just am not wired to like them. Because killers that I don't find fun, I'm generally worse at playing. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna end it here. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.